Hello, my name is Christian Farinella, and in this short video I'll take you through the process of installing Windows Subsystem for Linux on a Windows 10 machine. So why would you need to do this? Firstly, you may want to run a Linux host without leaving Windows 10, such as Ubuntu, Kali, Debian or SUSE. Or you may want to run some container technologies that can run in WSL, such as Minikube, Podman or Builder. If this is one of your use cases, the good news is that it's really easy to do, so let's get started. WSL is actually part of Windows, and one way to install it is from Programs and Features. So firstly, if you search for Programs and Features in the search bar, open and remove Programs, click the Programs and Features icon, then on the left hand side click Turn Windows Features on or off, and you'll want to scroll down and locate Virtual Machine Platform, enable that, and finally Windows Subsystem for Linux. Click OK. Once selected, Windows will locate the required files, start the install process, and you'll probably be required to reboot your machine, so I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, now that we're back in our machine logged in, there's one more thing we need to do before we can install the distribution, and that is to apply an update to WSL. So if you open up a browser of choice, then you'll need to search for WSL2 kernel update package. And then if you make sure you're on the Microsoft docs, and if you scroll down to step 4, you'll see the link to the MSI. So we'll want to download this MSI with the update package. It might just take a few seconds depending on the speed of your internet connection. Okay, once that's done, we can run that install. Okay, so we'll just need to step through the wizard, hit next, wait while that installs, and that's complete. Excellent. So next thing we can do is move to open a command prompt. And the first thing we'll need to, or the second thing we'll need to do, is update the default version to 2. So we do that with the command WSL set default version to 2, and you'll see the operation completed successfully. So now we're in a position where we can start to install a distribution. So if you want to see what distributions are available, just type the command WSL-L-O, so that's essentially just list online, and you'll see a list of the distros that you can choose from. So for this one we're going to choose Ubuntu 20.04. So to start the install, just simply type WSL install -d for distribution, and then the distribution name. Okay, so that will actually start a shell, download the install package, and essentially start that process. Okay, so it's prompting for a Unix username, so for this demo we'll just use WSL test and password 123. Okay, so here we are, we've installed Ubuntu, and we've got a terminal. So if we type ifconfig, you'll see that's not available, but we can install that. So we can just do sudo apt install nettools, downloading, installing packages, and there we go. So if we run ifconfig again, we can see we can get our IP address within our Ubuntu shell, which was pretty straightforward. If you find that you close your Ubuntu terminal and want to reopen it, there are 3 easy ways to essentially log back in. Firstly, you can just search for Ubuntu in your app search, so you'll see that appear in the list. Just click on that to open and you'll log back into your home folder. Second way, from a command prompt, is to simply type WSL, and that will launch a shell for you within the window. And the third way is to use Windows Terminal. So this is a great tool that allows you to have multiple windows open at the same time of different types, whether it's PowerShell or a Bash shell. So if you click on the drop down, you'll see Ubuntu appear in the list as an option. So you can just open a new window and you've got your access to your shell again. So 3 ways to get back in. Finally, if you'd like to delete your Ubuntu instance at any time, maybe you want to change the distro or choose another operating system, it's quite easy to roll back the changes. So if we just exit our shell, so here you'll see there's a unregister switch which you can apply to the WSL command. So we can just type WSL unregister and then Ubuntu 20.04. And now if we list our distros, we can see WSL has no installed distributions. As you can see, installing and managing WSL is quite straightforward. If you would like to see some other videos using WSL, please leave any ideas in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching and happy coding.